It's Aviva from the Ridgefield Public Library in Ridgefield, New Jersey, and this is an online story time. We are going to read books about birds today. And you might think that the middle of February is kind of a weird time to start thinking about birds, but I actually have a good reason for it. This weekend is what's called the Great Backyard Bird Count, which is a time when people like you and me can be real scientists. All you have to do is go out into your backyard or the park or somewhere else near where you live, and for 15 minutes you're supposed to listen and look for all the birds that you can see and hear. And you write down how many you find, and you send that information in to scientists who can learn all kinds of interesting things from it. They can learn about the weather, and they can learn about animals, and they can learn about all kinds of stuff that I can't even remember. So, the first book I want to read to you is called Birdsongs by Betsy Franco and illustrated by Steve Jenkins. And in this book, we're going to see a lot of different birds that we could really find right here in New Jersey, in our backyards or in our parks or anywhere near our houses. And I'm going to do my best to sound like the real sounds that these birds make. But because I am not actually a bird, I will also make sure to share videos with you guys so that you can hear what these birds are really supposed to sound like. I'm just going to pretend. The sky is quiet. The yard is quiet. The creek is quietly gurgling. The rising sun turns the sky from black to gray to pink to blue. Can you guys see the birds in this picture? Look carefully. In the front yard, a red-capped woodpecker is working on a whole-pocked pine tree. He raps a tap dance with his beak, pecking 10 times as he looks for breakfast bugs. Tat, 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 tat. A mourning dove lands on the telephone wire and folds its gray wings. More doves find places in line. Then they dive down to share the sunflower seeds under the bird feeder, cooing to one another 9 times. Coo, 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 coo. A flutter, a flurry, a flapping of chipping sparrows. The sparrows crowd around the bird feeder and poke one another out of the way, filling the air with 8 sharp notes. Each one wants to be the first in line. You know, sparrows are probably, when you see a little brown bird that has speckles on its back, that's a sparrow. You see those all the time around here. Let's see if I can make a sparrow sound. Chip, 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 chip. The sun is high in the sky now. The bottoms of the clouds are fringed with gray. A white gull from the bay circles over the front yard in the creek. Its mouth open wide, the gull warns the next 7 times that rain is coming. Yeah! 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 If you go to the beach, you will definitely see and hear gulls. A white-cheeked chickadee chimes in from 6 times from the branch of the apple tree. More and more chickadees join her until the tree looks like a candelabra. Then they fly off mid-song when the tabby cat starts climbing. Dee, 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 dee. A short rain shower. Dressed in shiny green suits, the mallards in the creek discuss the weather. Mallards are a kind of duck. And we see these ducks where the girl is brown and the boy has a shiny green head around here all the time. They're called mallards. The gull was right, they say, quacking 5 times in agreement. Why don't you guys quack with me? Quack, 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 quack. A crow listens in. You see this big shiny black bird tottering along the creek fence. When he takes off, he looks too large to fly, but his broad black wings carry him up as he squawks 4 times. Caw, 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 caw! maple tree next to the house, the robin, heavy with eggs, settles herself into her nest of bark and grass. She softly sings 3 notes. Beep, beep, beep. Late for dinner, a thrasher struts around the garden. He digs at the ground under the bushes with his curved bill, and he congratulates himself 2 times when he finds a patch of ants and grubs. Chook, chook. I think all my bird sounds sound the same. And at last, a hummingbird sucks one last treat from the trumpet-shaped honeysuckle in the garden. Her wings look like a helicopter propeller. Hummingbirds flap their wings really, really fast. And she makes one tiny sound in her high voice. Tick! As the sun sets, it's quiet in the sky. It's quiet in the yard. It's quiet in the gurgling creek where the moon is reflected in the ripples. Do you see any birds in this dark picture now? Until the mockingbird begins to sing from the pine tree. She copies all of the songs and calls she has heard during the day. Dat, dat, chip, chip, chop, chop, doot, doot, yeah, quack, 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 hoo, hoo. All right, and I'm going to take a picture of this page for you guys that has a little more information about each of these birds. And like I said, you can really find these birds in your backyard here. So that's the end. Okay, let's sing a song with a bird in it. This is a repeat after me song where I'm going to sing a line and you're supposed to repeat it back to me. And that's a fun way to sing because it helps you learn it and it's just fun. It makes it sound really silly. And this song is also cool because once you know the words, you can practice singing them as fast and as fast and as fast as you can, which can end up sounding kind of crazy. And it goes like this. There was a hole, and this is where you repeat after me. There was a hole in the middle of the ground. You say, in the middle of the ground, the prettiest hole that you ever did see, And this part we do together. There was a hole in the ground, and the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. Now, let's learn something a little more interesting about that hole. Now, in that hole, you repeat after me, there was a tree, the prettiest tree that you ever did see. There was a tree in the hole in the ground, and the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. Now on that tree, what do you think there should be on this tree? There was a branch, the prettiest branch that you ever did see. There was a branch on the tree, and the tree in the hole in the ground, and the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. Now on that branch, there was a nest, the prettiest nest that you ever did see. There was a nest on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the hole in the ground, and the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. Now in that nest, there was, what do you think? An egg, the prettiest egg that you ever did see. There was an egg in the nest on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the hole in the ground, and the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. Now on that egg, there was a bird. Uh-oh, the egg fell down. Let's try that again. Now on that egg, there was a bird, the prettiest bird that you ever did see. There was a bird on the egg in the nest on the branch and the branch on the tree in the hole in the ground. And the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. All right, we're going to do one more. Take a deep breath. Now on that bird, there was a feather. Let's see if I can make it stick. The prettiest feather that you ever did see. There was a feather on the bird, and the bird on the egg in the nest on the branch on the tree in the hole in the ground. And the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. And the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. So our first book was teaching us a little something about birds, about the different kinds of birds that we can find and where we can find them and what they sound like. So our second book is just going to be a fun one about a bird. This is Grumpy Bird, written and illustrated by Jeremy Tankard. I want to start on the first page, right? Here we go. When Grumpy Bird woke up, he was grumpy. He was too grumpy to eat. He was too grumpy to play. In fact, he was too grumpy to fly.
Looks like I'm walking today, said Bird.
Bird walked past Sheep. Good morning, Bird, said Sheep. What are you doing?
Walking,
said Bird. Nice, said Sheep. I'll keep you company. Bird walked past Rabbit. Hi there, Bird, said Rabbit. What are you doing?
I'm walking, said Bird. It's no fun.
I could use some exercise, said Rabbit. I'll walk too. So Bird walked past Raccoon. See Raccoon there with the glasses around his eyes? Hey, Bird, said Raccoon. What are you doing? I'm walking, snapped Bird. What does it look like? It looks like fun, said Raccoon. I'm coming too. Bird walked past Beaver. Hello, Bird, said Beaver. What are you doing?
Let me give you a hint, said Bird. You do it by placing one foot in front of the other.
Walking, guessed Beaver? I love walking! Bird walked past Fox. Good day, Bird, said Fox. What are you doing? Why does everyone want to know what I'm doing? Shouted Bird. I'm just walking, okay? Okay, said Fox. Let's go. Bird walked, and the other animals walked. And then Bird stopped, and the other animals stopped. Bird stood on one leg, and the other animals stood on one leg. Bird jumped, and the other animals jumped. Hey, this is fun, said Bird. Come on, said Bird, who had forgotten all about being grumpy. Let's fly back to my nest for a snack.